commencement speech twice at the university's 2011 graduation ceremony. He currently serves as a board member for the African American Chamber of Commerce of San Joaquin and is the entertainment chair for Stockton Black Family Day Incorporated. Finally, Brandie serves as a youth outreach worker with Fathers and Families of San Joaquin. So please join me in welcoming Brandie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you again for that introduction. Thank you all for being here and attending this very, very important event. Once again, my name is Brandie Owusu-Spencer. I am the executive director and founder. I have the privilege of being executive director and founder of Empowering Young Voices Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that teaches life skills and leadership training to at-risk young people in this area, in particular in San Joaquin County and wherever we can find them. We've been around for about 4 or 5 years. 2008 is when we started. We're based here in Stockton, California. We are a grassroots nonprofit who believes that an empowered voice is the preface of change. Today I'll be sharing some suggestions for improving literacy rates in Stockton, California. It came from our nonprofit organization, and I take credit for some of these suggestions myself too, but we are a collective effort. Teamwork makes the dream work, and I have a great team of individuals that work with empowering young voices. So let's dive right in, shall we? First of all, we have to diagnose a few things here. Stockton ranked last in a study of literacy in the nation's largest 70 cities, I'm sorry. The report, America's Most Literate Cities, considers not whether residents can read, but whether they do read. According to Central Connecticut State University President John W. Miller, head of the study on America's most literate and illiterate cities, there's a lot of emphasis on whether people can read. The study, once again, is more about literacy behavior. I think that's the difference. Some people feel that people in Stockton can't read, and that's a big misconception. It's more on literacy behavior. Do we read? Do we pick up magazines? Do we engage in reading? That was what was going on in the 2006 study. Let's jump to our current study here. The city of Stockton ranked among the bottom in nearly all categories of literacy. For instance, it ranked among the worst in the circulation of publications and journals. Further, in 2011, only about 3 in 4 residents at least 25 years or older had a high school education, and just over 17% had a college degree, both measures among the lowest in all large U.S. cities. This was reported by the wallstreet.com in February of this year. Though it doesn't seem like much, small improvements have been made, but we're still suffering from what I like to call post-traumatic illiteracy syndrome. Yes, indeed. This syndrome, I feel, has helped contribute to our city's most miserable city label. If you're familiar with Forbes' ranking of Stockton, calling it the most miserable city, which we earned sometime around that same year or shortly thereafter. Many sociology majors in the room may understand the side effects of the dangers of such titles like miserable city from the definitions of labeling theory and self-fulfilling prophecy. You see, illiteracy correlates with misery, which perpetuates more illiteracy, creating more misery. So as you can see, this is a vicious cycle that we need to break. John Miller went on to say that Stockton could not expect to move up this list dramatically anytime soon to improve their conditions for literacy. But small efforts could help. For example, he said there should be a rule in every home that when watching the television, closed captioning should accompany so viewers can be able to read along. Empowering young voices, we must use today's technology and what our young people like to do in their free time as means to help improve our city's poor literacy rates. That is the premise of my conversation, of my suggestions here. Using technology, using popular culture as a means of being able to promote literacy campaigns and initiatives. John W. Miller understood that young people watch a lot of TV. So quite naturally, he recommended that some type of literacy improving device be added to this otherwise passive activity known as watching television. He thought about adding captions to it so they can kind of read along too, so they can kind of associate some of the sounds with the words. Just very basic things which really help out with a city with a low literacy rate like ours. As you can see here, television, social media, things like that. What do Stockton youth spend most of their time doing? Most of you can answer this question. But not in school, our communities, young people often spend most of their time watching TV, surfing the web, going on social media sites like YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, listening to music, going to movies, and trying to have a good time. It's almost like, how are you going to be super cool and be smart and things? So it's almost like you can't do that, but you very well can, and I can give examples of this time and time again. I mean, look at this panel, look at Danielle. I can go on forever, right? But at the same time, it tends to be a struggle, because if it was that easy, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in. So I really want to encourage and highlight being a champion of literacy, finding out how to be a champion by becoming a book buddy, learning these things, and bringing it back home to my initial points, utilizing the social media and the pop culture today to be that outlet after you get this information from the village, from your primary conditioning, your mom, dad, mentors, role models, using your own swagger, your own characteristics and charisma to be able to push this information that you've gotten from your elders and from those with the education to reach a new generation of individuals who may be speaking a different language in terms of pop culture.
So before we move on to audience questions, I just want to give everyone on the panel a chance to maybe say in summation how they feel about literacy in the Stockton area, what they want the audience to take away from this event.
I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. I see so much commitment and so much passion and so much. I share that hope. I will not give up hope. I'm Stockton. I've been here all my life. I love this community and this county, and I too am hopeful. And I'm hopeful. I'm inside, I'm overjoyed right now at this group of students caring enough to be here about an issue that is like so near and dear to my heart. I could almost cry. So hopeful and a little emotional.
Hopeful as well. Very, very excited about what will happen with reinventing Stockton, to use a tagline of Councilman Michael Tubbs, and we are Stockton, Jerry and Jordan, just focusing on the power of a small group here. I mean, what was it, Margaret Mead, who said, never questioned the fact that a small group of people could change the world. In fact, it's the only group of people who have ever done that. So it's all about quality as opposed to quantity. And being able to push this forward and utilizing ourselves and our human capacity to do that is what I'm excited about.
I'm excited too, because I think this is a great start. And we're really engine again. And we're going to keep this going. She's going to partner with us, and we're going to start literacy, helping to build the kids in the charter school. And then the program will continue to grow. We'll continue to just take baby steps. And I think we'll become, as she said, champions for us.
So I'd like to give our panel members a round of applause.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.